Hey! Turn that off. Hey! Hey everybody, it's old Roger D on Channel Donstar, and this is something new. This is something, it's the beginning of the year, and I was like, well, you know, everybody does it, why not do it? I think this is going to be called IMO Reviews on Channel Donstar, which is, in my opinion, reviews. Something new I'm trying. I don't know if it's going to work, but I will try it. Just got finished watching The Martian, Ridley Scott's film. Film's nominated for Best Film and Best Actor, Matt Damon, and some other, I'm sure, technical and possibly writing and special effects. Who knows? But anyway, I don't do movie reviews. I decided I wasn't going to do something like that, but now that I'm done with my defending my collections up to the 3D movies, and this is a 3D movie, so I thought, well, let me just pull the camera out and do it and give you a first reaction, because I just watched it for the first time. And I give it a big thumbs up. I really enjoyed it. I heard lots of great things about it. Hold on. This is the first, it's clunky. First time I'm doing this. Let me just lower the volume, because I want to. Wow, I'm just noticing that one of the riggers was Zoltan Zsigmond, and I'm wondering if he's related to Vilmos Zsigmond, the famous cinematographer. Anyway, I'm sniffling. Yeah, you know. Anyway, I'm giving you my first reaction. I really enjoyed it. It's I can totally see why it's nominated for a Best Picture award. I never understood that. Best Picture and Best Actor and Screenplay and that, but then they never give the director a nomination, which always kind of made me wonder. Anyway. Thumbs up on this. I'm not going to give a rating system. I'm not going to do a 1 to 5, anything like that. I'm just going to give you IMO, my opinion, on how I enjoyed this film. I'm repeating myself, but they'll get better. If I keep doing these, they'll get better. This is my first time watching it, my first initial reaction. I loved it. I thought it was a great adventure film. I thought it was a great survival film, a la Castaway, and who knows, some other ones. But this is much better than Castaway. I mean, I love Tom Hanks' Castaway. I love the Zemeckis film. It's really good, really well done. But this one, you know, maybe because it's 2015. Yeah, it's not 2016. It's 2015, and it's Ridley Scott. That it really, really got me enjoying it. I loved all the humor in it. I remember reading some reviews saying, oh, it's a very funny movie. There's a lot of funny stuff in there. And yeah, there are. Mark Wahlberg. Matt Damon's, see, his name in the movie is Mark, and then it's W. Walton or something like that. And all through the movie, I'm like, is it Mark Wahlberg? Did they want to say Mark Wahlberg? Did they try to get Mark Wahlberg and he wouldn't do it? Matt Damon. Matt Damon was great in this thing. I definitely agree with the nomination. Basically playing him, not himself, but playing against nobody, being himself. Boy, this is going to be spotless. This is going to be spotty. Like I said, it's the first time. I'm not a movie reviewer. I don't have all the words, all the things. I don't have nothing written out. This is just me talking. Oh, Roger D. I liked his. It was just great. It was so entertaining. Ridley Scott really touched in that. First off, I have to say this is a very, very realistic movie. If there were Mars missions and just the visuals, the technology, probably the decisions are very realistic. As if something like this had happened. Although there are a few plots, a few places in there where like everything will be fine unless something goes wrong. And then, it's like that Hollywood thing. It's like, well, now we know something's going to go wrong. And of course, the thing blows up, and he loses all his potatoes. His Botany Bay blows up and that. So, of course, something's going to go wrong. And, it's kind of a happy ending. And even though, I guess you can kind of compare this to Gravity, being that you're out in outer space and you're dealing with gravity and that, Sandra Bullock, and that's a great movie too. But this one, it's more of a heartfelt movie. It's more of a survival, will he ever come home? We really don't know too much about his family. Is he single? Does he have parents? We really don't know. They never really touched on that. But there are the relationships with his original crew that left him for dead. And Jessica Chastain and Michael Pena. I've always loved Michael Pena. And Jeff Daniels. What's his name? Chitoff. I can't say. Sorry. And like I said, Scott does a wonderful job at making it as real as possible. And yeah, even though the ending, had that, the last minute, what are we going to do? I want to be like Iron Man. Spoilers, I'm going to put, a hole in my glove and be able to get to you. And, and in one side, I'm like, yeah, that was fantastic. That's great. It's heroic. It's very emotional. And I was tearing up. And then there's that Hollywood thing, like the world is watching. Times Square, Japan. Everybody's watching this event unfold on live television. Which you go, okay, well, you need that, I guess, to tell your story, but you really didn't. You just you could kept it. And then, again, another actor, I can't think of his name right now, the black scientist, African-American scientist who all of a sudden comes up with the idea of boomeranging around the old Armageddon. I think it was Armageddon, where they were going to go to the Earth or go to the asteroid and swing around the moon and then catch up to it. I mean, that's the first thing I thought of when they were talking about this. But okay, all in all, I enjoyed the movie. I really, really liked it. I think everybody should watch it. I think it's a great family film. There's nothing in it too violent or horrifying or it's a great family film. It's a great adventure film. It's a great survival film. I will definitely watch it again. I'm glad it's in my collection. And I'm rooting for the Academy Awards. Hey, you never know. I mean, I haven't seen The Revenant yet. There's a couple of movies I haven't seen that were nominated. There's quite a few movies I haven't seen that were nominated. But this just came out, which is another reason why I'm kind of doing these IMO reviews. Just because, and if it goes well, and if because it's a new year and I want to do more things for my channel, I'm thinking about possibly every Saturday I'll do a little movie review and talk about a new movie that either came out that previous Tuesday or an older movie, something that maybe I think not enough people watch and they should check into. So anyway, I don't want to make these long like Roger's videos usually are, but yeah, thumbs up for The Martian. No ranking. I'm just doing a thumbs up. See it for a great time. It flew by. It's 2 hours 20 minutes, and it flew by. I love the I love the use of the old disco music that he had to have listened to, and then learned to appreciate, and started, tapping his toe to it at one point. Just really, really great. A great time at the movies, I would say. So The Martian is my thumbs up pick of the week. On the side note, the 3D presentation, because I watched the 3D version on television. Really well done. Not as extreme as I wish it was. It was more of a window boxing. You're looking into the world as opposed to anything coming out. Near the beginning, there's a few bits of debris that are flying around during the storm. But everything pretty, and a couple shots of the spaceship. The, what did they call it? I can't think of it. There were a couple of moments that expanded the screen, but basically it's a window box. You're looking at the depth of the distance of the planet Mars, the hills, the mountains, and that was all good. That was all really great. And I read one review that said a lot of the space stuff, the stuff that takes place with a starry background, are not that emphasized, and it's true. It does look very flat. Oh, and then the ending, with I Will Survive, disco song, and you're seeing a new mission go up, and you're seeing all the characters, and they put the names of the actors. That's very Hollywood. I always kind of like that. Ever since, I know there's movies before it, but I always think back to Predator, the end of the very first Schwarzenegger Predator movie. And you see all the characters and the actors' names, I always kind of like that final. It's almost like a bow of the theater, the actors come out, they take their bow. And they do that similar with this. Although nobody breaks the fourth wall and looks into the camera and goes, hey, I'm in this movie. Like they kind of did in, Apollo Creed did that in Predator. Apollo Creed. He was like, But anyway, okay, so the 3D presentation was very, very adequate. Not spectacular, but adequate. It definitely does help the immersion into the story. Music was great. Soundtrack was decent. Special effects were outstanding. Acting was very, very good. 3D adequate. So this is old Roger D on his very first movie review for his channel. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing these. I just felt like doing it now. So please tune in again. Check out my other videos. Subscribe, share, and like if you wish. And we'll see you in my next video, whatever that'll be. All right. Go watch The Martian. It just came out Tuesday. Blu-ray, DVD. Go watch it. It's great. If you can see it in 3D, see it in 3D. All right.